Okay, good evening. 7:57 Sunday, and I'm recording the weekly forecast for the coming week. Sorry, and I'm going to start from XAUUSD. I always start from here, so I'm going to maintain it. Some people have been asking me to start from DXY, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to focus mainly on XAUUSD because people don't trade DXY, and for that I've even told them that the concepts that I teach, the previous videos, if you go back to watch them, you'd know how to analyze every pair. So why go back to that? I'm still debating with them, and then if we come to an agreement, I think I'll switch and start. If we come to an agreement, I think that's the end of debating, right? When you come to an agreement. So that's the only way I think I'm going to do an analysis on DXY. So let's be watching. Maybe I would, maybe I won't. Okay. Now, if you've been watching, you would notice that anytime I'm doing a weekly forecast, I start from the monthly time frame, and then there is. Okay, I had a short break, so I'm just going to continue. Yeah, so if you've been watching my video, you'd notice I start from the highest time frame, that's the monthly time frame, and the aim is to give you a clear view of how market is supposed to be analyzed. Before you do anything on the lower time frame, you should have a higher time frame narrative or a higher time frame bias. That is the time frame that sets the tone of the market. Sorry. So if you are trading and then you don't know what the higher time frame is going to be doing, then you are going to be left in the blue, which means you are going to be making a lot of mistakes where you should not be making mistakes, because a trend, an uptrend can be happening on the lower time frame, but in the higher time frame is just a preparation to reverse, you understand? And you'll be riding that trend thinking it's going to continue going up, and then all you see is it reverses on you, and then you have nowhere else to turn, you understand? So this is a multi-time frame analysis, and by multi-time frame I mean coming from the top to the down. You can also call it a top-down analysis. So let's get straight into it. XAUUSD, this is the month of November's candle, and look how dark I am here. Okay, so they just gave light out, but I'm going to continue. So if you are recording and you get to this point and it's hard for you to see me, then know that it's due to light out. Yeah, due to light out, and I just went to turn off the fridges and all. You know, I never understood the reason why you turn off the fridges during the light out. They just say to spoil, but like I want to get the technical, like the reason and understanding as to why when the light goes out you immediately have to go and turn your things off. But you know, so PML PMHX. So I added an X because the December candle has taken out this high and has grabbed the liquidity over there. So there's no more liquidity resting at this point. There's no liquidity resting here again. So yeah, I'm going to put another line here to just to show that this is the low of December's candle. I'm going to make it a range. So this is the range I'll be trading in. The reason why I'm confident this is the range is that this place or this candle has taken out this high candles or this high, and then the next target is this high. You can see it came very close here, but I did not go all the way up. So I'm confident it's going to do something in between this range and then continue going up. It's not going to come all the way down, but I would have to depend on markets to give me more clues as to what is going to do. So within the week, if I see certain price actions, I can change my mind and say, okay, I'm not making this the range again. You understand? So yes. Okay. So this is the weekly time frame, and on the weekly time frame, this can be an order block on the lower time frame. It can be a consolidation, order block expansion, and then it's supposed to come all the way down here. So you see, so as you go forward, you see reasons why some level should not be there. So now I'm skeptical about this now. I'm not sure this has to be here, but let me leave it there for some reason. And let me come here. Weekly OB. Weekly OB. So the reason why I'm naming it an OB is this candle expanded outside. It expanded, it fully expanded outside. You can see this too. This candle expanded and went above this one. You understand? But the market came back to visit this candle. You can see it touched the high and went deep into it. You see that this candle expanded and then no candle has come to touch it again. So I am assuming, and you can see that this one has already touched this one, right? So there's no need for it to come back down. But since we're still in the range of this high and this low, I am speculating that there's a possibility it's going to come all the way down, take out these lows, enter this other block, and then continue going up. So for now, I'm going to remove. I don't think I'm going to remove it. Let me leave it there. No, but I'll not name it range, rather I'll name it December low. So CCL, current candle low, and monthly. So you see, then I'll go to the daily. Now the daily is where everything goes on at. I'm going to really study this chart to see what is happening. So already, and this is the low I was talking. Sorry. Yes. So this is the one I was talking about, that it expanded right above it. It expanded above it, went above this. So consolidation, expansion, retracement into the order block. Now on the lower time frame is this region, but on the higher time frame is this whole region. But when you come on the lower time frame, you can see another order block there. So this is already an indication that price is going to continue going higher. Why do I know that? Is because of how I know that is because the market has expanded higher, indicating that it's likely going to go high. You understand? It's going to continue going higher. When an expansion like this happens, it shows us that market makers are willing. The keyword here is willing. They are willing to send this market higher. They are willing to take the price of this market higher. So when you see an expansion like this and you don't catch any move here, what you do is you wait for a setup to form again, and then bring the market down and come into this other block. Then you can ride the trend from here. You understand? And when you ride it from here, you can sure aim about above this high because it's going to continue going high. What we are not sure of is here, because it's an all-time high, and we know that before market takes out an all-time high, that's a lot of it does a lot of, so for my Ghanaian viewers, you are going to understand this term. It does a lot of fanfooling, you understand. It's going to behave like it's going to take out that high, but it will not, and then to keep playing around there, then some people get impatient and lose their money, and take out their money. Then immediately they take it out, then it happens, you understand. So yes, came back down here and then went up. Now after coming down here, I'm going to even get rid of it. Now I'm going to make this a range. And OB. Now I'm going to make here to the range. Oh shoot. So I named here range and OB because now we are in this range from this low to this high, you understand. This is the largest price expansion move we have now currently for our point of focus, you understand. And let's keep it at this just to make sure things are clear. Now I also added OB because here to this, from here to here is the order block, you understand. And then since I want to be able to measure it clearly, right, since I want to be able to measure it clearly, I'd have to still put an OB there to know that, okay, here this whole level is supporting this price action, you understand. If I leave it at just range, then I would not know exactly what the end of this level is. I'll just think it's a range, you understand. I would not think, okay, it's an order block. And order blocks are the structures in the market. They are the structures in the market that keep price moving in the direction it has to move, you understand. So that being said, let's move on. I'm going to start from the weekly time frame. Okay, so there are even many things I can be doing here. Many things I can be doing. So, okay, so now I'll put this here as a low. The light is very bright, but if I lower it to, I won't see well, and you won't see me too. Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of this previous week high and range. Okay, so I've streamlined our focus. Now this is a weekly order block. Yes, there's a high probability price is going to come all the way here. Not very high, like I'll say 65, not even 70, 65, because price has already done this, you get it. And then it has already retraced from this level to this level. I think this would have been equilibrium. You see, not even equilibrium discount. So there's a high probability it's not going to come all the way here again, you understand. So we'll keep our focus from the CCL, that's the current candle low of the monthly, and then the previous week high, and then the range. So let's keep our focus there. It's very hard to do. Boom, we've even seen what is happening in price. So you can see this whole point was a consolidation zone, and then it expanded outside again. The concept we were teaching, ranging market, expansion, order block, retracement. You see, there's where the order block is. Now I'm not sure market is going to come all the way down to this order block. Why? Because there's a fair value gap here. And then from what I've been, you know, the more you do this, the more you see things. From what I've been seeing throughout, or from what I've been seeing in my years of experience trading the market, most times you see this expansion has happened, right? This expansion has happened. This is small expansion on the 4-hour time frame, but when you go on the 1-hour time frame, you can see that it's a considerable amount of expansion. You understand? But it's an expansion out of this ranging market, not the whole ranging market. You understand? And then it has come down to visit this order block perfectly, and it came back to visit it perfectly, and then it went up. Now this has become our range. This has become our range from the PWL to the PWH. It has become our range. But how we know where market is going to stop at or reverse at is by underlining the internal range liquidity. So now we know that, okay, from this low, internal range, understand, internal range, dollar. So from this low to this high, we have a point where market is going to visit to take out what? Liquidity. Understand? We're going to take out liquidity, and then that is this low, and it has come down to take this low. And what happens most times in a buy program is after price takes out a low, it reverses. After price takes out a low, it reverses. After price takes out a low, it reverses. So you can see something like this, here. You can see that it took out this low, 1 2 reverse, went up, because it's a buy program. You see, left these lows here, can take out these lows, 1 2 and it's gone up. You understand? Yes. So now in this whole range, we have this low as the internal range liquidity, and then after taking that range liquidity, it's going to what? It's going to look to go higher. But from the way this is looking, I am thinking it is going to do another low. It's going to do another 10 and take out this low. That's what I am thinking now. You understand? But the 4-hour time frame is telling me that no, that might not happen. You understand? It has already happened here. It has already happened here. And also the daily is telling me that okay, we have a fair value gap here. We have a fair value gap here. So the daily time frame is telling me that there's a fair value gap here, and then there's a high probability price is going to come back down here, and we can see that price took out the internal range liquidity here. You can see that, right? But look at this Friday candle has another low here. Understand? So most times what happens is, and this is something you will see in price after years and years of steady, like what happened over here. You see something like this. So it took out this low, you see, with this low, with the low, it took out this low. Okay, let me mark it out. It took out this low with this low over here. You can see that it took out this low with this low right here, and after taking it out, it went out small. Instead of it to go up, came back down and took out this low. You understand? So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. It has taken out this low over here, and it looks like it's going up, come back down and take out this low on the daily time frames or the fair value gap. You understand? So we keep an eye out for that. So yes, this is for the XAUUSD. What I think is going to happen is either going to continue from here. We'll wait for Sunday open to confirm that, or it's going to fall below this one. Enter here and then go up. Let's go to USDJPY. 1 month time frame. In the USDJPY, you can see that I'm going to get rid of all this. You can see that the December candle has still not gone outside of the November candle and still ranging inside, and right now it's giving us a bearish momentum. So I'm maintaining the fair value gap on the monthly over here. Then I'll go to the weekly. On the weekly, it hits this order block and then it started going up. But then look at what happened after showing signs of going up. It went up. It created a sell candle, hit the order block and went up. And now the next week's candle, that's the previous week, the most recent week, went above this high. So it has taken out the liquidity resting above this high. And let's go to the daily and see. Now let me show you something. I've not taught you yet. Boom. This is it. Price is in a premium zone. It's in a premium zone. There's a high probability that it can also be reversed, you understand? Or it can be something like this. Sorry. You see, it can be something like this. You see it right here. It went up above this other block, came into a discount zone and wants to continue going down. You see. Boom, and the light is back. Let me charge my laptop. Let me charge my laptop and my phone. So yes. What was I saying? It has taken out this high. Let's go to the daily and see. It has taken out this high on the daily. It has taken out several highs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Took all the way up to this place. You understand? So what I think is going to happen is that it's going to now chase internal range liquidity, because the monthly candle has not gone above the previous candle yet, the previous month's candle. So I'm thinking it's likely going to create something it can come down to, and that's what we have here, the internal range liquidity. So it showed signs of going up, took out the previous week's high, and then what's going to happen now is going to reverse and then come back down. But what's happening here too is that it's creating a swing low, and then on the daily, sorry, on the lower time frame, that's 4 hour downwards, you'd see that, yes, you'd see that this was an expansion move, came back down to here. You can see that over here. So there's a probability it's going to keep going on from here, because it did this after coming down here. It showed signs of wanting to go up, understand? So there's a probability to do this, come back down small and then spring upwards. You get it? Yes. Also, there's a relatively equal high here that will be drawing price to it. So I'm not very sure of USDJPY. I think it's going to come down into this level, but then from what the lower time frame is telling me is the lower time frame is telling me that it can just do this, come to this level over here and continue going up and target here as the next liquidity reach. So yeah, I'm going to stick to the higher time frame and wait for what the higher time frame is saying. So internal range, and then here fair value gap, and then yes. Let me show them weekly. for this I've not done PWHPWL because it's close to the low, and considering this candle closing as a bullish candle, it's highly going to go up again, you understand, and then it's very close to the low too, so it's kind of, you know, confusing a bit, but we are going to leave it there. It can also enter a consolidation phase over here before doing anything. So that's for USDJPY. I think it's going to come all the way here, chase this internal range liquidity here and here, and enter this order. You see this, there's an order blocking this fair value gap on the monthly time frame, so it might come all the way here, but just wait and see what happens. Let's go to GBPUSD. GBPUSD is very clear, and I love GBPUSD for how clear it has been all the years. So throughout the year, yeah, all the years. I mean, look at GBPUSD gives clear price action. You don't have to come in and be suffering. What are you trading? What analysis are you doing? No, it's very, very clear. You can see clear price action. So yes, GBPUSD took out this low on the 1st January 2025. So this low set the tone for a bullish year. There's nothing more than this, you understand. There's nothing more there's nothing more hinting to price giving out a bullish, completely bullish scenario than this, you understand, because it took out this low, it showed signs of going up, broke out of this ranging market, but came all the way down, didn't step here and then continue going up, came all the way down to take out this low, you understand, took this low out, then reversed, you understand. So yes, we are looking for a bullish year. Then it gave us a bullish year, but along the line it started, you know, retracing into the bullish move upwards to give buyers and sellers a fair price valuation, you understand. So we can see this over here. Is there anything else? You can see this over here, left a fair value gap over here and took out this high, and then after taking out this high, I was trying to visit this fair value gap again, but look at what happened. When it tried to visit, it came here, respected, went up, came here, didn't go below this, came here, didn't go below this, went up, and then came all the way down and took out this low again. Now where else did we see price take out a low? Look at this over here. So what's happening? What are you seeing happening? Means what? Price is going to continue going up. And then for this reason, I think XAUUSD is also going to go up, because XAUUSD is not closely correlated with GBPUSD, but it has certain, you know, characteristics. It has certain things it does in common with GBPUSD. So keep an eye out on these two. 1 week time frame. 1 week time. Sorry, 1 month time frame. Let me take out this low so that I know market is likely not going to come all the way down here. 1.31797. I'm way behind my time. I'm supposed to have recorded this Saturday and then post it midnight Sunday, so that by today 5 or 6 p.m. it will be published. But look at 8. I didn't charge my laptop. Yeah, by this time it would have been published, so I have to go a bit faster. Okay, boom. So we can see that it created this ranging market, expanded higher over here. This is the expansion higher, or somebody will think, oh, this is the expansion higher. No, this is the expansion higher, you see. But let's take out this range. Okay, so there's a probability price is going to come and visit the 50% level before continue going up, but let's stick to this. So this is it. Expanded higher, came back to visit this order block, and then continue the expansion. Now let's go to the weekly. Let's go to the weekly. So hit this order block. Yes, HM. You see the order block at or above the 50% level. So here. Wow, someone smells good. The scent has entered our room. As this order. Okay, I was confused. What exactly, what range is this? So CCL, current candle low. Let me add M just to be sure it's monthly. So I'm not seeing clearly. Okay, you can see an unfair value gap here. Sorry, a fair value gap here too. Okay, so now this is what we are in. This is what we are in. This is the PWH, previous week high. Previous week high. So now let's go straight into it. Straight into it. Straight into it. Okay, on the daily, it created a huge fair value gap here and already came down into the fair value gap. So what this is telling me is that it's not going to come all the way down here again to take out this low, because look at this. Go to the 4-hour time frame and look at this. Let's even stay on the daily time frame and see something. So you can see a huge fair value gap. But look at this. We took out this candles low, and this is daily, so you can know that there's liquidity there. Took out this candles low. Didn't stop there. Took out this candles low. Took out this candles low. Took out this one too. So you see, it just kept taking lows out until it formed a swing low. So Bulagaza, I don't think it's going to come all the way down here. So I'm going to put this one here. So yeah, this is a range now, but I've named the minimum 2 because I'm aware there's a range here. We are trading in this range to this range, but now we're on the daily time frame, and then I've made it a minimum range because that fair value gap still exists on the higher time frame. And then since it's in a buy condition, it might come all the way down, raid out this low, and then boom, continue going up. You understand? Anytime market is in a buy condition and you see it coming down, don't be afraid to maintain your buy bias. It's mostly likely going to look for lows to take out and then reverse and go upwards. So yes, look at this beautiful one. That's right. I took out this low. That's all. This is all I need to see. And look at this one too. See, even here, there has been a fair value gap here. There's a fair value gap here. It came for this. You see. And in this range, what did they do? So you see, so you can see this. These lows, took out this low, took out this low with this one, took out this low. Let me expand it. Took out this low with this one, took out this low with this one, took out this low with this one. And anytime you see the low take out, you see a reaction. It's immediate. It's immediate. You see, took out this low, immediately took out this low, boom, reaction, showed signs of going up. That should tell you that the underlying market condition is bullish. Took out this low. If it was bearish, it will come all straight down, you understand? So here, exactly, you see here, we had a bearish momentum. But this is the 4-hour candle. That's why I say everything you do must come from the higher time frame. This is a 4-hour candle. The 4-hour time frame. This coming down will make you think, okay, now we are in a bearish program. There are many things that come together to be able to, read price well, you understand? That's why I'm teaching you step by step. IPDA, liquidity points, swing lows, swing highs, you understand? All these things. Came down, boom, took out this low with force, as if it's going to continue going down, and then continue going down. You see, on the daily time frame, look at what it did. There's some weakling on the daily time frame, not to even talk about the weekly time frame. It doesn't even show any red signs, you understand? So be patient when you see things like this happen. Understand your model. Be firm in your bias, you understand? Be firm in your bias. Be firm in your bias. That's all I can say. So took out this low and then started showing signs of. So you see, I said it again. It's reaction. It's fast. Took out this low, boom, reaction. It didn't close below it, boom, reaction, boom, reaction, boom, reaction. Now here we are. Reaction is immediate. So what do I think is going to happen? This is what I think is going to happen. You can open a position if you are seeing this right now. Hey, no, you can't open a position before somebody will come and say this one is the one responsible for my money going waste. No, I don't do USD, BTCUSD. This is what I was looking for. Yes, so for BTCUSD, BTC is so funny, Charlie. It has been funny these past days. Let me see the daily time frame. It has been very, 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 very funny. But this is what I think is still going to happen. But I don't think it's going to happen now because that's taking out this high. You see here too, boom, reaction. It didn't close, boom, reaction. You see a sharp reaction. You have to understand the market. You have to understand the market. So you see, weekly time frame. It's a fair value gap here, but I didn't come all the way here to feel it. Sorry, to feel it. Took out this high, reaction. Took out this high, reaction. You understand? So we are chasing the down price. I think for BTCUSD it's very, very clear now. Then it's coming all the way for this one, and then may possibly enter here and then spring upwards. So thank you. It has been Desmond Kate presenting, and then I'll see you in the next. It's still like, why? What's happening? My laptop. Okay, and then I'll do another upload later. So bye. See you next week or within the week. And the mentorship is going to be paused because we are in the festive season. I initially wanted to, continue even though we're in the festive season. I still wanted to, put out content, but I have a lot of things to do in the house. So, which I'm not proud, I'm not proud of, for lack of word, let me stick to proud, but I'm not happy that I'm having to do all these things because I love to do what I do, and then I don't like the fact that something is distracting me off of it, but things happen. I think coming days, this is not something to announce online. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, and then have a sorry, how does my mentor say? Good luck and good trading. Oh yeah, it says it like that. Good luck and good trading. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Use this to aid your analysis. Don't I was about to say don't hesitate, but that's not the right way. Don't rush into taking any trade. Do an analysis and be firm in your analysis. That's what I'll leave you with this week. Be firm in your analysis. Bye.